Yeah. So, my dear students, my dear youngsters, my dear research scholars and others. So, good morning to everybody. Warm welcome to the Virtual International Conference ICRTETE NIC Majestic Bangalore. So, International Conference on Recent Trends in Emerging Technologies and Engineering ICRTETE 2022. We are conducting various conferences. We are conducting various conferences on behalf of BL Skill Development Trust for Engineering and NIC National Institute of Computing, and also we are providing various resources like that means we are providing paper publications, journal publications, article development, and also internships, projects, and each and everything we are providing. At the same time, yes, we are providing, that means we are uplifting the research paper to the next level, and also we are publishing the articles in Scopus as well as Web of Science, UCC Care, and normal indexing journals also. Yes. So with less price only, yes, try to contact us and try to get our paper published in various journals. And also, yes, warm welcome to the all the participants, those who are research scholars, um, authors, and also professors. Thank you for this participating us and supporting us in smooth manner. At the same time, yes, for today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. Pani Madhavi Madam, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Bapatla Engineering College, Bapatla, Andhra Pradesh. Yes. Madam, she is a dynamic leader. That means she would like to provide the resources to the research scholars, those who are enhancing the skills towards the research, and they would like to publish their articles in various journals Q1, Q2, Q3, and so on. And also, she would like to give the good suggestions how to publish an article, and she would like to guide to the research scholars in a good manner and providing the good examples to reach the target. And actually, yes, today's invited speaker, Professor Apparao Garu Vegi, yes, who is coming from Department of H&S, Gokarazu Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology, Autonomous, Bajpalli, Hyderabad. And another invited speaker, Dr. K. Jagadish Babu, MTech, PhD from St. Anne's College of Engineering and Technology. He belongs to head of the Department of ECE. And also, yes, he would like to coordinate all the faculties in the department, and he would like to give the suggestions, and he would like to run the department in smooth manner. And he has some research scholars, and also he is PDF from IIT Kharagpur he is doing. Today's session chair myself, and also today's general chair Professor K. Hemasundar. He would like to join within few minutes. Yes, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Chirala Engineering College, Chirala. Yes. Uh, so thank you for all the participants. And today we have best paper and best presentation awards. So try to coordinate with your team in a good manner and try to communicate well and try to get the best paper award and best presentation award. And also those who submit the good papers as per the format, as per the novelty of the project, or we have to say novelty of the problem, everything is fine, then we can provide the best paper award. So as per the template, okay, thank you very much. Now I request our keynote speaker, Dr. Panimadhavi Madam, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Bapatla Engineering College, Bapatla. Yes, Madam, please address the gathering and give a research information to our participants, and they would like to follow your instructions in a good manner, and they would like to reach the target. Target, that means the problem. At the same time, yes, the words will be used for all the research scholars, which will be used for us. At the same time, it will be used for all the participants also. Yes, now I request Madam, please address the gathering and start the presentation.
So thank you, sir. So first of all, I welcome all the participants to this platform to share our knowledge along with our peer community. Today, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to share my knowledge to all the upcoming researchers. Sir, shall I share a
Yes, Madam.
presentation?
Yes, Madam. Yes.
Sir, is it visible, sir?
Madam, it is coming. Yes, yes. Press
Okay,
F5,
sir.
Madam. Press F5.
Oh,
F5.
okay, sir. Let me share my knowledge regarding emerging research thrust areas. Many people are worrying about what are the several research thrust areas, particularly in the field of civil engineering. So, today I would like to share my knowledge to all the participants regarding these thrust areas in the field of civil engineering. So first, before going to talk about this, let us know about what is research and development. So generally, we define research is a creation which consists of innovative knowledge and the uses of the existing knowledge in a new way and in a different novel way, so that we can generate the new concepts, new methodologies and understandings about the several tasks. So this could we can include synthesis and analysis of various research which was already done to the extent, and that it leads to new and creative outcomes. So that only we can provide valuable suggestions, valuable solutions for the different problems in the society. So then only whatever the research we are doing, it must be reachable to all the people who are suffering with variety of technical problems in several issues. So let me say what is the scientific method for doing the research. So how to start the research, how to uh, identify the problem, how to give the solutions, and how that solutions must be reachable to the public or people. So first we have to start the literature. We have to in our interested area or in the area where we identified some problems. Some we have to create solutions through research process. So that's why we have to search the literature related to the selected topic. Then we have to develop the hypothesis. We have to do experimentation on that topics, and we have to collect the relevant data. Then we have to give the conclusions after doing the experimentation, collection of data, everything. Then we have to share the results to the public. Then we have to develop the interventions. We have to ask the questions and what are all the different observations we have made throughout the entire research process. So this is the scientific method any researcher has to follow from the beginning to up to the giving solution to the existed problems in the society, technical problems which was already there. So let me share that what are the different research areas, particularly in the civil engineering. So we are having several specializations such as structural and earthquake engineering, where we can focus morely on the structural components of buildings, etc. And then the transportation systems engineering, it belongs to the construction of roads, railways, airports, all these things comes under the transportation systems engineering. Then environmental engineering, it belongs to the how to protect our surrounding environment and how to provide the purified air, water, for our health, to lead a healthy life, because as you know very well, environment is one of the important issue where we have to focus more on that, because nowadays we are suffering so many problems related to pollution problems or waste management problems, water purification problems, everything. That's why we are facing several health issues also due to the polluted environment in the society. So this environmental engineering will be majorly focused on how to protect the environment to lead a healthy life. Water resources engineering. What are the how to protect the water resources? That becomes a difficult task nowadays. So because we are overly exploiting the resources which was already available, but if you are overly exploiting the resources, then might be the situations like the lagging of the resources may exist for the future generations. So that's why we have to protect the resources and we have to use the natural resources effectively and in a proper way. Next, geotechnical engineering, which it relates to how to protect the soil, how to conserve the soil, how to test the soil, how to do the assessment process for construction of foundations for any kind of structure. So there, the geotechnical engineering plays a vital role in the construction in civil engineering. So these are all the major research areas which was already there in the civil engineering. So coming to the each and every component, such as for example, structural engineering. So this everyone we need affordable housing, because we have every human being has a basic needs. Out of those basic needs, food, shelter, everything, all this comes under basic requirements for any human being. So housing is one of the important issue where we have to focus more. So we have to provide the affordable housing which will be reachable to all groups of people. How to provide the green technology in building structures in order to protect the environment, and concrete materials, what kind of concrete materials we have to use for the structures. Pre-structured concrete, how we have to use reinforced concrete, how to apply this reinforced concrete in several structural components. Steel structures, how to for which type of structures these steel structures are required. So the quality of the steel, how we have to maintain, and in combination of steel and concrete composite structures also how we have to build. So structural stability of the structure, how we have to maintain. Structural health monitoring, how we have to do the how we have to check this. Structural fire safety issues, how we have to consider. So bridge engineering, all these several issues comes under the umbrella of structural engineering. So these are all the several research thrust areas where we can focus more on in the specialization of structural engineering. Next, coming to earthquake engineering. So as you know very well, earthquakes, we don't know when the earthquake will come, and at that moment, how we have to protect the existed building structures. So seismic hazard estimation, how we have to do, which includes the micro of Indian cities and engineering modeling of earthquake sources. How to do the site characterization, seismic site characterization, how we have to do this. Pre and post liquefaction behavior of soils, how we have to estimate. Earthquake load modeling using critical excitation methods and structural vibration control. Shock table studies for earthquake resistant design of several masonry buildings. Seismic analysis for reinforced concrete framed structures. All these are the different thrust areas in the under the umbrella of earthquake engineering, where we can focus more to solve several existed problems in the society. Next, environmental and water resources engineering. As we know very well, the importance of protection of environment becomes a great difficult task nowadays, because in the entire globe, the environment is polluted a lot. We all are living in a polluted environment. So it is gradually decreasing the lifespan of human beings. In olden days, people used to live up to 100 years, but nowadays, 70 to 80 years itself, we are not living more than that. So because the one and only reason is what we are, our surrounding air and atmosphere, our surrounding environment is the major cause of decrease of the lifespan of human beings. So that's why it is the time to think about how to protect the environment, how to keep the environment in a pure air, how we have to inhale, pure water, how we have to get it. All these issues we have to concentrate more, because it is one of the burning problem in the society which was already existed all over the globe. So this environmental and water resources engineering is mainly comes under global water cycle and how it has impact on the climate change, environmental pollution, how we have to tackle that problem, how to manage the waste, because we are nowadays waste problem will become a very difficult task. We are not up to the mark to manage the waste effectively. So several techniques and technologies are required to manage the waste effectively all over the world. The environmental impact assessment, how we have to do it. If we are not in a position to properly assess the environmental impact, then automatically it will damage the environment. Water quality, how to provide the quality water to the people. If don't have a quality water, obviously our lifespan will gradually decrease. And also how to treat the water. So it is our basic requirement to bring the purified water, and for that reason we need the proper treatment techniques and technologies. So that's why we have to focus more on water quality and treatment issues also. And regional hydrology, large water resource systems such as river basins and groundwater systems, how we have to protect it. So all these are the several research thrust areas where we can focus more under the umbrella of environmental and water resources engineering in civil engineering. Next, transportation systems engineering. So as we know, the transportation is also very much required. So to avoid several traffic problems or to reach the target places in the correct time. So transportation is also one of the important issue where there is a lot of problems already there. So there are several issues we are facing nowadays due to several transportation related issues. So a goal-oriented method for urban transport strategy development for Indian metropolitan areas is very much required. So development of simultaneous approach for integrated mass transit planning is also required. So air travel demand modeling for Indian cities, we have to do it. So web-based transit passengers information system design also very much required. So effect of driver characteristics and behavior on road safety and mobility. So if the driver characteristics is not in the proper way, automatically the safety become a difficult task. So it leads to accident and it leads to the death of the people. So that's why the characteristics of a driver and his behavior it has a lot of importance on the road safety and mobility issues. So we have to focus more on how to design the roads, how to design the bridges, how to design the railways. All these comes under the transportation systems engineering, where we can focus more on this also. So next, geotechnical engineering. So for any structure, the foundation is the important, the first step. So before going to lay the foundation, the soil characteristics we have to check it. If the soil is not in a proper condition, definitely the structure cannot survive for long duration. So we have to properly do the ground improvement techniques. We have to check it for the soil and rock stabilization. We have to check it, and different numerical modeling of geotechnical systems are required, and rock mechanics and how to control the ground, soil dynamics, geotechnical earthquake engineering, sustainable ground engineering. All these are the different research thrust areas under the umbrella of geotechnical engineering, where the upcoming researchers can focus more on this. Next, apart from all these specializations, such as structural engineering, water resources, environmental engineering, and transportation engineering, geotechnical engineering. We are having several interdisciplinary research areas also in civil engineering itself. So, for example, if you see the water solution technology, because as we know, the quality of water is very important for a healthy life, and also the purification is also very much required for the to maintain the water quality. So that's why groundwater quality assessment we have to do it, and how to do the remediation and sustainability, how we have to maintain towards the ground quality assessment. So and also what kind of sensor technologies we have to apply for communication systems, and or by using satellite technologies, how we have to apply all these things in to reach the water quality and purification. And nanotechnology based solutions for water purification, this is also one of the research thrust areas in the water purification. So apart from this urban water systems, how we have to focus on this. Domestic and industrial wastewater treatment is one of the important research thrust areas, because as we know very well, lot of pollutants are coming from the industrial wastewater. So it is polluting the environment very badly. So lot of research is also required to treat the wastewater. Urban floods and lake ecosystem, how, because if we are discharging the wastewater which is coming from different sources such as domestic wastewater or industrial wastewater or municipal wastewater, these wastewater we are discharging into the lake ecosystems, particularly to water bodies we are discharging. So that's why the water bodies are spoiling or damaging a lot. So that's why we have to, this is also one of the research thrust area where we can focus more on this. Environmental remediation is also one of the research thrust area, and urban water distribution system. Once the if we treat the water, if we do the analysis of water that is not sufficient, we have to distribute the water to each and every home. Then only people will get the quality water. So that's why how to lay the distribution system for the entire city or town. So that's why water distribution system is also one of the research trust area where we can focus more on this. So these are all the several interdisciplinary research areas in a civil engineering itself, particularly in environmental engineering. So coming to the water treatment itself, it's not advisable to treat the water by spending a lot of money and for going for to expensive treatment methods. In place of that, why can't we go for low cost water treatment techniques? So, for example, we are having several plant products are there. Plant products are available in the environment. So, for example, Moringa oleifera. This is one of the good plant product where we can do lot of research on the application of this Moringa oleifera for treatment of wastewater. So, if you are using this plant products, there is no need to spend lot of money because it is very less expensive. And there are some plants having very good qualities, very good characteristics, and those plant products are capable to treat the wastewater effectively. So these are some of the examples. Say aritinium, this is also one of the natural plant product where we can use this for treatment of wastewater. And also D-lab, this is also one of the plant product where we can use naturally. And Theophinum grasum, this is also another plant product where by using all these plant products, we can successfully treat the wastewater, we can reduce the pollutants in the water. And Caesar aritinium plant, Moringa oleifera seeds, and Cactus arpentia ficus indica. This is also one of the. These are all the identified plant products. And naturally, we can use to treat the wastewater, which is very less expensive. But these products can give us the very good water purification. So these are apart from this hibiscus sabdarifa and this another bitter gourd seeds. These are also can work effectively. Okra seeds, okra seeds also one of the good choice to treat the water, to purify the water. So why can't we go for this low cost treatment methods? So these are all the very good research thrust areas. We can do lot of research to extract to the benefits of these plant products or natural, which is naturally available with very less cost so we can treat the wastewater. Next, another interdisciplinary research areas in the transportation urban planning and policies. How to do the transportation planning, so land use and transport interactions, so equitable resource allocations, development of smart cities, pavement engineering, and the materials what we are using for pavement construction and infrastructure, how to manage, how to do the life cycle assessment of this uh, urban planning and interdependent infrastructure systems. All these are the several interdisciplinary research thrust areas in the transportation engineering itself. Next, another one is environmental geotechniques. This is also interdisciplinary research thrust area in civil engineering. This comes under several issues like how to study the contaminant transport issues, remedial actions, waste containment systems, how to do the risk assessment studies, waste how to manage, site assessment and monitoring, waste treatment and disposal, geosynthetics, for example, liners and all, what kind of materials are required to do the liners for landfills and all, remediation of contaminated sites, geohydrology, properties of soils and rocks, how the soil will behave in several situations, to study about the soil behavior, geological hazards, how to identify, mining geotechniques, how the flow process will take place, consolidation and unsaturated soil mechanics, systems approach to several engineering projects. All these are the different interdisciplinary research thrust areas which comes under environmental geotechnics. Next, another interdisciplinary research thrust area was transportation geotechniques. As we know, the transportation engineering is separate and the geotechnical engineering separate, but there is interdisciplinary possibility to study on the combination of transportation geotechniques. This includes potential topics includes in this transportation geotechniques comes under geotechnical properties of geomaterials for a rational and sustainable design and construction, stabilization and reinforcement of geomaterials and geosynthetics, climate effects such as freezing and thawing on geomaterials, and to study about the behavior of transportation foundations, geotechniques in underground transportation, modeling of multi-layered structures and supporting ground under dynamic and repeated loads, instrumentation, monitoring and maintenance of transportation geotechniques. So innovative materials and technology for earth retaining structures. So geotechnical, seismic vulnerability of transport. All these are the several research thrust areas which are emerging thrust areas in the field of civil engineering, particularly in transportation geotechnics. Next, apart from interdisciplinary research areas in civil engineering, there are several multidisciplinary research areas also there. Here, multidisciplinary means civil engineering in combination with computer science, civil engineering in combination with electronics and communication, like that. There are several multidisciplinary research areas also there in civil engineering. For example, how to apply the artificial intelligence uh, technology in civil engineering, and climate hydrology in watershed hydrology, computational engineering mechanics, how to apply the computations in civil engineering mechanics, so mechanics of materials, hydrochemistry, damage and fracture mechanics. All these are the several multidisciplinary research areas which comes in civil engineering itself. So these are all the multidisciplinary research trust areas. So overall, what we can say, a civil engineer can design and construct the world with innovative thoughts through the novel research ideas for the benefit of society. So this is the major objective of a civil engineer can majorly focus on this. So the major purpose of research is we have to give the solutions for the existed problems in the society. So that's why we have to focus more on research thrust areas. So we have to first identify what are all the where the problem was arised, where the problem was already existed. So that's there the research is very much required. So that's why here today I would like to give the um so much possibilities of research in civil engineering. how what are the interdisciplinary research areas, research thrust areas, and what are the different multidisciplinary research thrust areas, which was already there in the civil engineering, and how to apply all those techniques and technologies to create solutions for the existed problems with novel research ideas. So this is what I would like to share to all the upcoming researchers who are very much interested to work on research in civil engineering. Thank you to one and all present here.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Yes, you have given the good information about the research which is related to interdisciplinary as well as multidisciplinary, and you have given about the thirst areas. We have to find out the thirst areas which are used for our society. That means we are doing the research for benefit of our society only. We have to provide our tools to our society. Research proves so. Yeah, this madam has given the good information about the research. Yes, here research is common to all researchers and others, academicians, whatever it may be. That means any research, anything, those things will be used for our society benefits. So, yes, madam, you have given the good information about research which are related to interdisciplinary as well as multidisciplinary. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. My dear authors, please open your videos. We are going to take a snapshot with our keynote speaker. My dear authors and research scholars, please open. Madam, try to close the PPT.
Okay, sir.
Yes, yes. Madam, yes.
1 minute, sir. I will close it.
So, my dear authors and researchers, please open your video. Yes, we are going to take a snap with our ma'am, keynote speaker, Dr. Pani Madhavi madam. All of you. Thank you very much. So, my dear others, thank you very much. Now, I request our General Chair, Professor K. M. Sundar, please talk a few words about this conference. Sir, M. Sundar, sir. Hello. Hello, M. Sundar, sir. Okay, yes, he will be joined within few minutes. Okay, thank you for all the participants. Yes, now within few minutes, we are going to start the technical session. All of you, please be ready with the 5 to 7 slides of PPT and try to coordinate with your teammates and try to present in a good manner. At the same time, try to get the best paper and best presentation awards. And also, we are providing the publications in Scopus as well as Web of Science, UGC and um, as Google indexing journals also. And also, we are providing internships as well as projects development and each and everything which are related to engineering and technology. Okay. Yes, within few minutes, that means 5 minutes, we are going to start the technical presentation. Please be ready with your PPT. First 001. Okay. Please be ready with your PPT. At the same time, while giving the presentation, is there any research? That means research related recordings or research related problems or something else. What you recorded related to research, try to show within 10 minutes. At the same time, is there any queries? Ask us. We will give the suggestions to you about the research, how to do and how to solve the problem. Oh, thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much, madam, Madhavi, madam. So
Thank you,
have a
sir.
nice day. Have a nice day to you. Yes, please. So in future also try to coordinate with us and try to give some suggestions which are related to research to our others. Thank you, madam.
Sure,
Thank you
sir.
very much. So, my dear others, yes, 001. Yes, my dear others, 001. Automated wastage segregation with machine learning image process.
Yes, sir.
Open your PPT and video. Open your PPT as well as video.
Yes, sir. Can you see it?
No,
No, sir.
it is coming. Please wait.
So can you see it?
No, no. Please try to open it again. Actually, only left side of the top left side only visible of your computer. Not the
Nothing now visible, I think so. No, sir.
no. Some problem is there. Showing showing selected.
Mm, just second, sir.
Okay. Yes, it's coming. Please wait. Press F5. Finish.
Yeah, sir. No visible, sir.
Press F5 button. That means slideshow. Try to go for slideshow.
No, sir.
Slideshow. Press F5 button. It will become big screen.
Oh, just a second.
Go to first slide.
Yeah, done, sir. But
Okay, go to first slide.
first slide, sir. No, sir.
Mentioned paper ID.
Yeah, I'm showing presenting, sir.
Actually, yes, in the first slide of the PPT, you have to mention your paper ID, what we have provided. So
Mm,
try to open your video. I would like to take a snap. Your starting PPT.
Starting PPT.
One is okay. Open your video.
Um,
Not possible.
no, sir. I have issue in my laptop.
Okay, but you can start.
Thank you for giving opportunity to all of one. Yeah, I'm Vignesh from SMSC College in Pondicherry. So can you hear me?
Ah, yes. Okay.
Here I will invented about automated waste segregation. Do anyone know about automated waste segregation? Do you have any ideas about that?
No, continue.
Okay. Here, main motivation why I have created this project means many of the people's and Pondicherry department and in Chennai and all, most of the peoples are doing waste segregation by human process only. Biodegradable things and all they're segregating by humans only. In that case, I've seen many of people's causing lung cancer and time management and all. They are not processing that thing. So I've learned that how many of them are not well in that process and to get more efficient in that thing. So I plan to create automated waste segregation. It's like uh, it will dump in more product means you can able to dump in more products means we can able to clean by automatically. It means like health issue and other things and all the human may causing no. For that, we're reducing our manpower and we're segregating the process through it automation. That's why I created that thing.
Okay.
This is my abstract I have shown.
All right.
And my abstract is main thing to increase the generation of waste due to the continuous growth and to the industrialization became a severe problem in local national government
Right.
industries.
Ah, right.
The traditional method of use segregation waste in India through the range of pickers. On my here introduction scene, waste disposal things and all more important role of recycling like range of pickers conveys the economic values of waste generated not realized in the recycled parts. So that created by using a sensors and by using a sensor and machine learning process have created this thing. These are the components have fixed in that waste segregations like rollers and other. I don't want to deeply introduce this. This is a block diagram I have designed in my AutoCAD, like in 3D 3D AutoCAD. These are the pie charts I have fixed in that automation. If we put that waste dumping in the camera will scan it and it processes a image of waste and system will diagnose and decision will make on its microcontroller and it normalizes the CNN model of waste type or like metal and wet and dry like plastics and all. It will analyzes and directly to opens an automatic of drivers. These are deep learning means it's nothing but the Arduino Unos and all have used in that equipped of 14 digital pins and other analogs type used in interface in the different circuits. And for programs means universal serial bus used like USB port function in that process.
ఎవరైనా ఎప్పుడైనా చెప్పాలి.
Is there anyone? Many of them know about machine learning image process. It's nothing but if pouring that waste products and all which are recycled by the waste thing like plastic, metal scraps and all we can recycle. No sir. For that thing, many of the people are not putting that plastics and papers and water bottles and all which are drink in the public places. Many of them not putting in the dustbins and all, they're throwing outside. So that I plan to create a machine learning image process like humans also should get profit and other than we have to recycle the water bottles also and clean India also. So that I've created a machine learning image process like if we put a amount of water bottles, waste water bottles means the person who putting that water bottles means we scan the QR ID and directly send to the account of how much amount of water bottles they poured into. I mean, put in the dustbin and get money into that. Like half kg means
Dustbin అని
30 to 50
చేశాను.
rupees they will paid in that function.
టచ్ కింద.
These are the platforms I have used in that microcontroller systems. These are the Arduino boards which have been used in that process. Can you see it, sir?
ఎస్ ఎస్
Sir,
ఎస్ ఎస్
can you see that in board? Just visual in that.
ఎస్ ఎస్.
These are the Arduino architectures function that machine learning image process and automated waste segregation. That these are the future Arduino boards. Many of them knows about Arduinos and all open source extensible and inexpensive things and source extensible. But these are different types of Arduinos like UNO and Lednode, Vega, Red boards, Arduino UNO. These are pen descriptions of function that this is IR sensor which I implemented in that automated waste segregation function. That IR sensor is nothing but the process which receives the object receive means it will emit and the object will receive, but what is the object inside that. And these are the digital pins function that this is a metal sensor like metal things and all like bolt and screw metals and all they are being also for that many of them dumping that means it can easily detect that and dispatch and
బాగున్నాను.
the whole of it. Like dry sensor like plastics and polythene packets and all they dumping also for that it will easily detect and mention that process and segregate and jars. These are advantages we can use in the application and usage to handle smart usage and safety purpose. And it was selected in Smart India Hackathon, sir. And they did and I did a presentation that these are the
360.
chart preferred that how many source of people are dumping that without segregating the thing like Himalayas and Mysore. These are the waste generation of annual income of places like paper, organic, nuts, glass, and plastics. And you see, many of them organic waste only. There's a highest purpose. Like many of them are like biodegradable things. These are the pie charts. That survey I've taken that when the metals recycling e-waste and all.
కొంచెం తగ్గించిపోయావా?
Here I conclude about that level of time saving and implementing system to across of many people and the problem of proximity sensor accurate to the moisture sensor adjusting to the IR
అట్టనే లేదు.
sensors and future scope means we can use more sensor to segregate degradable and biodegradable things to it plastics and recyclable waste of e-waste medical waste and these are the created these things.
Thank you,
You
madam.
want to see that video, sir? How it's segregating?
ఎస్ ఎస్.
This is wet waste. Wet waste. Automatically run it. Like metal sensor also I mentioned about that box. Do you have any doubts, sir?
No doubt, no doubt. Yes. Yes. What about your project? That means how much it's cost?
Approximately 30,000 only, sir. Have done in low cost.
Yes, it is developed by you with the
Yeah,
support of your guide.
yeah, sir.
Very good, very good. And also, yes, what about the deep learning? How it is useful to your project?
Sorry, sir.
What about deep learning? How deep learning will be useful to your project? That means your research.
So I've created for the planning means for many of them are not segregating, sir. And I've taken a survey of the industrial visits in Department of Waste Department in Chennai, sir. Have gone and many of people are doing like manual only they are processing, sir. And time also waste and medical process and all so much of thing they happening, sir. So that created to plan this thing, sir. It will useful for time management and to the self automation things,
Okay.
and useful for man works also. You can decrease man works.
Mm.
And it was useful for it benefits and useful for others also, sir. Because in that we can recycle that water bottles also, no, sir. So that only, and then we can gain that for wasting also. We can gain money also, sir.
Ah,
Like if we pour some water bottles in machine learning image process means automatically it will detect a QR code means the person who put a water bottle in that cage means automatically that person who put how much amount of water bottles they poured means the amount of person will be automatically sent to its account, so directly to the center account,
okay,
so
okay.
that we can control recycle thing and clean India also, sir,
Mm.
and we can gain that that waste also.
Okay. Okay.
That's
All
all.
the best. You have done a good job. Nice job.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Next 002. Next
Good morning,
002.
sir.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning. Please open your PPT and video.
Okay, sir. Sir, is it visible, sir?
Press F5, F5, F5. Press F5. Slideshow.
So, okay, sir.
It is okay. Just a minute. I will try to take a snap.
Okay, sir.
Are you mention your paper ID? Didn't
Sir,
mention.
yes, sir. We mentioned it, sir.
Just wait. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. I'm from Harshaprada and my teammate is Darun Siddharth. We are from the College of Banariam Institute of Technology. It is in Satimangalam. And another slides are explained by our teammate Darun Siddharth.
Good morning, sir. I'm Tarun Siddharth from Banariaman Institute of Technology. Let's start with what's medical textile. So, does anybody have any idea about medical textile? So, okay, so I'll explain about it. So, medical textile is nothing but it's related textile related to medical field. So there are many people are unknown about this, but textile plays a vital role in many fields. So as it is in medical field. So in medical fields, we use stitches, bandages, aprons, and head caps for surgeries, and gloves and masks. These are the applications of textiles in medical field. So next slide. Uh, so let's give a short summary about our presentation. So medical industries has developed far more compared to the 80s and 90s period. So there are more technological developments, and so some examples are like small cylindrical tubes constructed for biocompatible materials, and artificial tissues, artificial cardiology. So there are many developments in this medical field. So where textile is used. So our project uh, is using natural herbs for bandages, which gives more healing properties than a normal bandage. Next slide. The basic introduction is for that that is branch in textile, which is known as technical textile. So under that branch, there are nearly 12 fields. So one of the field is medical textile. So textile is playing a very vital role in many fields. So in medical field, we have produced woven, knitted, braided, and non-woven materials. So like surgical aprons, gloves, and many things. So there are like different types of tissue implants, like I said, and heart tissues. Even there are bone implants, artificial bone implants, which are made up of bone cement and polymer materials. So there are many products in medical fields, but the main objective of this presentation is to explain about the self-healing bandage made from natural herbs. Next slide. Next slide. So the literature review for this presentation is that this review aims to highlight the recent developments in medical and healthcare and the obstacles faced in this development and the advances present in the medical textile field. So what are the textile cons and pros we face, and the recent surgical developments and technological developments in the medical field. Next slide. So methodology. In medical textiles, there are different branches like the surgical branch, corporeal branch, and healthcare and hygiene branch. So the corporeal and healthcare and hygiene are general, which is known to everybody. The surgical branch has more branches like implantable and non-implantable. So where like implantable comes under like implanting soft tissues, heart tissues, and cardiovascular tissues. So these deal with mostly about implants, and non-implants are the medical equipments which are not implantable. So that's the methodology about our presentation.
And next slide is recent advances and developments. Nowadays, in all the industries are developed in a different various parts and etc. They are just inventing things and come up and like who have never did that experiments etc. But in our textile technologies, there are 12 sectors like an agri, aero, and other ways. But we are just focusing on medical textiles. But why we are focusing on medical textiles? There are a lot of reasons involved in that. The main reasons are COVID. It is on a pandemic situation, but in COVID, in the case also, the medical textiles helps us in how to protect ourselves by using garments like without infections, without any get of any infections, and some of them are listed here. How many recent advances and developments are involved? Recent advances are surgical sutures and barbed sutures, gelatin coated sutures, catgut polymer composite sutures. These are the recent developments which comes under medical textiles, and recent advances are more than like on a surgical textiles. Surgical textiles is nothing but it's an if any cracks on between legs or an hands, it will be corrected by another surgical textiles. Surgical textiles is nothing but they are using an fibers for a particular cracks. They are using a particular fibers. This is called as surgical textiles, and then protections like marks. It's an best examples for COVID-19. And after that wound, it's nothing but it's an like wound. There are many types of wounds. They are just using simply bandages, but our ideas is to create an herbal bandages. By using herbal bandages, the wounds will get easily healed. And another way, without any tablets or taking any injections, it will be useful for others, and without any getting any side effects of it. And our experiments, experiments, it's nothing but it's an herbal bandages. Herbal nowadays. Most of the hospitals and cases they are just using cotton bandages or any bandages. Cotton bandages, it just stop the bloods, and it won't get any healing or anything like that. They just take tablets continuously. After that only it heals. But our experiment is to bandage itself heals that wound. We are taking in a material called Mecania Mecanda, and also we are using Calpina and Indica. It's also been using, and we just extract from that leaves, and we adding some of softening agent, and we just dry that material up to it comes to an more dryness, and after that we just extract that material, and after extracting the ingredients from that material we just apply into the bandages, and we just get in like green bandages like that, and after that bandages getting, we just tested that bandages into an persons which have has an wound. It will just like irritations, and but also in another way we getting the persons getting an irritations also, it another way it helps to heal the wound in an easy way and in quick way without taking any tablets. And at last conclusions, from this we are going to telling what was medical textile. It's a nothing but it is a high performance in textiles, and another way for a future users, it is an it comes in as a bigger part, extracorporeal devices, external or in pattern materials. The development of fibers and fabrics from medical applications has been influenced by the introductions of novel materials. And another way, it is an important part in technical textiles. For further resources or uses, we need to innovate many things on this field, because nowadays we are getting a lot and lot of infections and a lot of viruses. So that's why we focused on this technical textiles. And thank you for giving a wonderful opportunity for sharing about this. And thank you, Ananda.
అది అయిపోయిన తర్వాతనే కలవండి. వచ్చారు.
So.
Hello.
Sir, could you hear me, sir?
Yes. Yes, you have done a good job as a team. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Come to the conclusion.
So, once again, sir.
Some give up. Then కొట్టబాకు.
So, is it visible, sir?
Yeah, just wait.
Okay, sir.
Please open your, try to open your video. Yes, I would like to take a snap for the last conclusion. Open your videos as a team. Come to the conclusion. You have to get conclusion. Yes, open your videos as a team.
Sir, I'm unable to open my video because my laptop is an older version of laptop. Sorry.
Remaining.
Sir, I'm unable to open my camera, sir. So,
Okay.
I don't have the camera facility in my monitor.
Your another teammate.
Yeah,
Sir, yes,
I'm
sir.
the teammate, sir.
Please open. Harsha Pradhan.
Sir, yes, sir.
Open your video.
Sir, in my lab there is no video, sir. My video is in her lab, sir. So he can't open it, sir. He is in a laptop, sir.
Please wait. Just a minute. So, about your project, that means your project will be used for the benefit of the society.
Sir, no, sir. Like our project is mainly based on healing small wounds. It's like when a player falls and gets a small injury, it does not concentrate on higher injuries like fractures and bone displacements. It just involves smaller injuries like some cuts, bruises. So it'll heal faster than a normal bandage. So it's fully herbal, sir. You see, indica, alpaca, and tulsi and peppermint. They're having a high healing properties, sir. So when we mix these herbal leaves with bandages, like a normal cloth, and we use them as bandages, they heal cuts and bruises very fast compared to the normal bandages, because they start to boost up the white blood cells in our body and they heal our wounds very easily, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. So bandages each and bandage oriented details here.
Yes, sir.
Clothes, how the clothes will be used for the bandages or something else. Right. It is
Yes,
also
sir.
one
Like
type
this
of
is mainly to replace a normal bandage and to mainly replace a normal bandage with a herbal bandage.
yes, yes, herbal bandage. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Very good. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day. Next 003, please be ready. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, audible. Open your PPT and video
Yes,
audio.
sir. Yes, sir.
Press F5.
Sir, are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir. It's okay, visible. Try to go to slideshow. Yes, very good. Please wait.
Yes, sir.
If possible, try to open your video.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir. Sir, is my video?
Yes, where is
Is my
your
video clear,
PPT?
sir?
Open your PPT.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Press F5.
Yes, sir.
Yes, where is your teammates?
Sir, my teammates are in my placement and training, sir.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
they are unable to come, sir.
Okay, no worries.
Sir, our topic is IoT based patient health monitoring system, sir.
Okay, continue.
Sir, first of all, we use IoT for this project, sir, because IoT is nowadays very trendingly going, sir. From one place, we have able to connect and control all the. Hello, sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, audible. Continue. No problem.
Uh, IoT is connecting all the devices from one place, sir. So we have easily able to monitoring what is happening from the far distance, sir. So we use IoT for this project, sir. Our main motive is to apply this IoT for the biomedical industry, sir. So we planned to monitoring the old patients' body temperature and heartbeat rate and oxygen level and store it in a website, sir. Website means it's a cloud, sir. Like Firebase, sir. In that Firebase, we have retrieve and store the data for previous previous tasks, sir. We have created a backend server, sir, for this, and their temperature and heartbeat rates are completely monitoring, sir. If there is any, we set a cutoff range, sir. We set a cutoff range to this, sir. If the temperature is going above the cutoff range, it will give a message to the doctor, and they clearly comes and solve the problem, sir. Sir, we use pulse oximeter sensor, sir. The pulse oximeter sensor is used to monitoring the heartbeat rate and pulse rate, sir. The phenomenon is it has a photo detector, sir. The photo detector emits that red light, infrared light, sir, and it calculates the pulse rate using that. It calculates the pulse rate and oxygen levels in the blood, sir. So it rolls max. Sorry, it plays a vital role in our system, sir. Sir, we also use the humidity sensor and the temperature sensor, sir. Both are used to uh, monitoring the temperature, sir. We use humidity sensor for thermistor, sir, and temperature sensor at low cost, sir. This is our one of the main advantage, sir. Sir, this is our model, sir. Web diagram for that, sir. We have used the ESP32, sir, because it has both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, sir. If Wi-Fi connection is not available, it sends the message to the Bluetooth, sir, and saves it to sends message to the doctor, sir. Sir, this is our experimental model, sir. Here, this blue color is a thermistor, sir. This is temperature. This is also a temperature sensor. This is ESP32 module, and these are the connections we have sent, sir. This is our only made connection, sir. Uh, Sir, this is our it is our own product, sir. So we have to we have to design that model, sir. This is our PCB printed circuit board designed for that model, sir. We have used ESP32 for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity, and it contains more CAN buses, sir. So it has ability to transmit 64-bit data from faster, sir. Comparing another microcontrollers, it is very efficient to transfer the data, sir. So that is the only reason we have used ESP32 module, sir. This is our background, sir. That means our website, sir. If ESP is connected to and the temperature sensor and the room humidity and the heart rate and blood oxygen level and body temperature, it is maintained and monitored by the temperature sensor and humidity sensor and heart rate as a pulse oximeter sensor, sir. So these all are connected to the IoT, and the IoT is and this information is stored in the cloud, and cloud is stored in the back end of the website, sir. And it is completely monitoring, sir. We should provide a cutoff range, sir. If the heartbeat is above 92, means it sends a message to doctor, and the doctor will monitoring what is the problem, sir. Similarly, this is our it also available. This website is also available in net, sir, but for only IP only, sir. For particular mobiles only it is available, sir, because we don't purchase any Google norms, sir. So now we have only used this in particular mobiles which has this IP only, sir. So that's only, sir.
Complete the conclusion.
Sir, this is only conclusion, sir.
Actually, if you provide that one, that means what I would like to say.
Yes, sir.
Okay, your work is okay.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, you are using the pulse oximeter. That means.
Yes, sir. Pulse oximeter sensor.
So is there any that type of meters like for sugar, BP?
Sir, there is sugar BP also there, sir. But the cost level is increased, sir. Normal sugar sensor, the value of precision will be low, sir. If you have accurate values, means you have go to higher level sensors only, sir. So higher level sensors means the rate is increasing, sir. So to overcome the price, we have used
All are facing with the sugar, BP, and everything.
yes, sir. That also, sir. But we shouldn't concentrate on that only, sir. We have tracked body temperature, heartbeat rate, and that's only, sir.
Okay.
Mainly concentrate on this, sir.
Pulse oximeter, everything is fine. Okay, and also try to enhance the sugar related and BP related meters, and also
Yes,
it will
sir.
be full-fledged project.
Yes, sir. Definitely, we have done using that sugar sensor also, sir.
So with IoT, Internet of
Yes, sir.
Things only, yes, your devices will be connected with
Yes,
the
sir.
support of Wi-Fi. If
Yes,
Wi-Fi
sir.
fails, it will send the information to the
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
So that is the only reason we have used ESP32 module, sir.
So it is also one enhancement process.
Yes, sir.
Enhancement of your project. If Wi-Fi is not available, it will send a message to Bluetooth,
Yes, sir.
and also this.
Sir, there is the only problem with Bluetooth means in a particular range only it working, sir. If Wi-Fi means a large, long distance transfer, sir. If Wi-Fi is not available, if the doctor is in a particular within a range, that only the Bluetooth also working, sir. That is the only disadvantage of the Bluetooth, sir. So we have planned to using Wi-Fi, sir.
Okay. Yes, wish you all the best. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
You have done a good job.
Sir, screenshot have taken, sir.
Screenshot I have taken. You have taken?
No, sir. Sir, please, sir. I have taken screenshot, sir.
Try to take a snap. Already like to send the snapshot and recording, no worries. But so try to take your side also. No worries.
Yes, sir.
Try to take a snap. Total screen you have to take.
Yes, sir.
Entire screen. Not that
Yes,
one.
sir. Sir, entire screen is not coming, sir. 1 minute, sir.
You have to select entire screen. Why? Because those who are added, those who are online, and also who is the host and meeting details.
Yes, sir.
Meeting details are mandatory. I have taken no worries. Okay.
Sir, okay, sir. You may send me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
In future,
Yes, sir.
in future, yes, if, please forward the conference information to your friends and groups.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, how it is.
Sir, because of our college norms, now the second years are attending semester exams, so they are very uh, busy in semesters, so they are not able to concentrate on these things, sir. After semesters, they are able to participate in more competitions, sir. So thank you,
Yes,
sir.
so we are providing the projects, internships also.
Yes, sir.
Try
Sir,
to
I say to everyone, sir, but they are telling one thing, sir. Semester. They have semester pressures in our college, sir. So they are unable to participate in many competitions, sir.
thank you. Your support is necessary for us.
Okay, sir.
So continuously you can come.
Okay, sir.
You can come. My day will support you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Well, thanks,
Have
sir.
a nice day. All the best. Next 004.
Yes, am I audible?
Please wait. Please wait. Press F5.
1 second, sir. Do I need to switch on the camera?
Yes.
Just give me 1 second. Am I visible, sir?
No, no. Yes. Right. Okay. I'm going to take the snap. Please wait.
Okay, sir.
If possible, try to press F5 slideshow,
Sir, it is already in F5 mode.
but it is not visible mode. Means not F5 mode,
Okay.
slideshow mode.
Okay.
No worries.
I'm doing it again. Now is it visible?
No worries. No worries. Visible, but slideshow means F5 button is
I
there. F5.
Yeah, I understand, sir. F5 button I have pressed and it is showing full screen to me.
Okay.
But let me reshare. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Just let me reshare. I will now share the entire screen. So I think that will be
Try to
in
share,
this way. I think it
but
will be
there
possible.
is no display. PPT is not displaying to me. Try to.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's coming.
Now it is fine.
Yes, very good. Please wait. Please wait. I'm going to take the snap again. How many teammates are there?
Yeah, please. Hello.
Only you are the other only.
Yes. Yeah, I'm only the author. Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Continue. Continue
Okay.
your
So
presentation.
as we can see, I will be very crisp and short. A very good morning to everyone present over here. So I have divided my presentation in a crisp way for 4 to 5 different segments. As you can see, introduction, existing system, proposed system, results, and a short conclusion. Now, what is this introduction that I am discussing about is that it is regarding the SRAMs, okay? The static RAMs, which are type of random access memories. Generally, these are able to retain data bits as long as the powers are being supplied, okay? And this paper is all about improving the power savings related to this particular technique. So there are some existing methods related to SRAMs. As you can see in the diagram, the SRAMs are, as I already mentioned, are about retaining data bits in memories
as long as the power is being supplied. So power is a very important parameter here. And in the diagram, this is the existing method that is already existing. The inverters in a cross coupled way, in a zigzag way used, which are used to form a flip-flop for storing data. As we can also see that there are portions divided in between bit line and bit line bars. Now these bit lines are nothing but array of columns, right, which are generally used for memory cells in order to aid the working of random access. And the word lines associated generate each address for each of the cells. Now what happens is that before every access, this column that is BL pair, BL and BNB, they go into a pre-charging mode. Now again, pre-charging is generally used little bit in our day-to-day lives for charging our batteries. It allows the current to flow in a controlled manner until the voltage level rises. Rises to what? Rises to the nearest possible source voltage, and it continues until the contractors are permitted to close. That means the charge is almost getting into a full mark. Up to that portion, this pre-charging circuit allows the current to flow in a controlled manner, obviously. Now, there are some existing issues that is, we can say as the gap research. That is, in these cases, there are some segmentation issues and some power leakage problems. So mainly dynamic power that we are here concentrating about, that is the power which is comprised of switching and short circuited power. So these rectifications have been proposed in the updated diagram that I have a glimpse of it I have shown over here. Here what happens is that at least 3 magnitudes out of the 2/3 of the power generations, I will show the results in the later stages, will be improved. For an example, I have taken the examples of 3 segments for each of the existing methods. I have taken 6 transistor logics, 8 transistor logics, and 10 transistor logics. So in the first 2, I have taken 3 segments for V1, V2, and V3 and distributed and compared them with the final results. Okay, so here what is this half VDD pre-charge? So yes, this is your as you can see in the diagram itself, this half VDD pre-charge is associated with the 40 read port. Okay, so this is nothing but a similar way how we can save power in case of leakage power as well. But here we are talking about dynamic power. Leakage power is generally associated with static power. Here the RB and RBL are designed in such a way that the power trails, they run horizontally and they can use in such a way that cells of a different word can be utilized parallelly. In other words, it is like running 2 mobile phones on the basis of single charge. If one phone is on standby mode, the power savings will be transferred to other. This is a virtual example. It is a similar example that actually goes on in the proposed method. Now, I have given a glimpse of the 6 transistor logic results as it can be seen in the PPT itself, the screenshots itself. The average power consumed are in the range of milliwatts and microwatts. We will not use the term microwatts, and we will compare all the results in milliwatts itself. It will give us a standardized value and a point of view to look at. So now in these cases, the 60 results and the 80 results, these are the existing methods and existing results that I have shown from the earlier diagrams. Both of them are concentrating specifically on the first 3 parameters, that is indexing of V1, indexing of V2, and indexing of V3. Now these 20 results are the one which are experimental results with an added value. Here also, to maintain the symmetry, I will compare them with the first 3 segments: V1 results, V2 results, and V3 results. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the presentation itself, at least 3 magnitudes of results will be improved upon at least 2/3 of the segments of all the parameters. So here are the result parameters. Because the PPT needs to be crisp and short, I have summarized these with the help of a table. The name of the technique is the existing 6 T average power result divided between 3 segments, that is V1, V2 and 3 V3. Similarly for existing 8T average power and the proposed 10T average power. As we can see that out of the three, the whole segmentation actually depends on the percentage of error in different segments that is improved upon. The total power does not get added upon it. Every individual segment has its own value and importance. So as we can see, there has been considerable amount of improvements in the second and third stages of the proposed 10T average power segment. The first segment is still to be developed. It is ranking higher than the existing 60 and existing 80. However, this system works in a way that the overall segmentation, if it is divided into three, will have weightage of each segment independently. So we can clearly see two out of three segments are clear winners compared to the existing 60 average power and the existing 80 average power. Specifically for second segment and third segment, the power savings are quite significant, and three segments have been improved. For an example, if it is 1.3 parameter as we can see, or 7.14 parameter as we can see, it is in the milliwatts. This 0.008 is milliwatts, but actually it can range up to microwatts, and it will come at 8.01 microwatts. So three segments from 10 to the power minus 3 to 10 to the power minus 6 improvements have been achieved in the proposed 10T average power. So finally, in the conclusion itself, this I have presented this modified 10T ASTREM cell, which utilizes the existing pre-charge technology. The half the supply voltage is utilized for RBL, and for the read operation and for the read 1 operation, the overall leakage power can be decreased. Yes, it has some similarities with some of the segments and the results obtained in case of 60 and in some cases 80 as well, but overall magnitude is improved by, or you can say reduced by, at least 3 orders of magnitude in most of the segments. So this is still in a developing stage. I hope it has been informative to you and everyone available here, and thank you. Thanks a lot.
Mr. Shah,
Yes, sir.
since you have done a good job. Okay, here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So how
Thank
can you
you.
identify the power leakage?
Yes, sir.
How can you identify the power leakage?
Here, this is about the power, dynamic power portion, sir. In case I am going to forward it for power leakage as well, then I have to apply the static process of calculation.
So is
In
there
in
any,
that
that means,
case, in that case, yes, sir.
is there any identification of, that means, is there any alarm system to identify the power leakage as well as to identify the short circuit?
Yeah, sir, the power segments is divided into two parts. That is the dynamic part that I have concentrated in. In case of the static part, that is the power leakage part, I have to run the analysis with the help of two other parameters. That is, area will be taken into consideration, as well as time delay which is available, that will be done into consideration. Comparing all the three, if under a particular amount of area means here we are talking about VLSI design, right? On a that is number of portions on a single chips, so ICs on a single chip. I have to keep the area constant. I have to keep the delay within a particular parameter, and then the average powers will be compared. The one which will be showing more average power consumption will be having the excess leakage. So, but for that, static has to be considered, and two other parameters have to be considered and locked as well. It's like if paper is there for a student for 100 marks, and we all have to compare them, then all of them have to compare on the basis of 100 marks. So that parameter has to be fixed, and we can go for that also, sir.
Yeah, who is your guide?
Sir, this is a solo paper. I'm a working professional.
Oh, yes. Your college name?
Uh, Swami Vivekanand Subharti University, Faculty of Engineering and Technology.
Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Sir, nice presentation, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. Okay. All the best. Nice.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, yes, try to cooperate with us, sir. In future, we have to send your students.
Surely, sir. I will do that, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. This is Srilata. Good morning, sir. Sir, is it viewable, sir?
Yes, just a minute. Yes, yes. Yeah, your guide is Sridevi, madam.
Yes, yeah.
What is the full name?
Srilata, sir.
Cloud computing fundamentals. So, try to open your video. I will let the details, madam. Srilata, ma'am. Yeah, try to
Okay,
open
sir.
your
Sure.
video. I will let the details, ma'am. Just a minute. When you joined as a research scholar under Sridevi, madam.
Yes, sir.
When you joined, when you joined as a research scholar.
Sir, recently joined, sir. July 2022.
You written any exam or NRIT,
No, sir. Sir, APR set.
APR set? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Madam is well known to me.
Okay, sir.
So recently,
Hmm.
Madam acted as a student speaker for two engineering colleges,
Yes,
Electrical
sir.
Technology and also NRIT,
Sir.
Guntur, NRIT, that means Central Institute of Technology, Guntur.
Okay.
Just a minute. We can start, Madam.
Okay, sir. Good morning to everyone. And first of all, thanks very thankful to NIC, National Institute of Computing, and my paper Cloud Computing Fundamentals Guide, Dr. M. Sridevi, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Sciences, University Tirupati. Um, Abstract of Cloud Computing Fundamentals. It is a network built running invention where information is handed to customers on demand. It only concentrate on a customer on demand. Present cloud computing systems it holds serious restrictions to cover confidentiality of users' data. The traditional security almost does not apply because the client does not enjoy the structure presently. The report consists of problems related to cloud computing and ways in which the user cloud overcome the risks and issues in the cloud. The reports in cloud computing fundamentals. Cloud computing, security issues, trust, confidentiality, authenticity, and encryption. The introduction of cloud computing fundamentals. Cloud computing is a network built running invention where information is handed to customers on demand. So here mainly concentrate on customer on demand. So here cloud computing is registering phase for discussion of advantages and means that involve structures, programming, operations, preface, and commerce. Distributed computing is a robotic force of handling means.
Present cloud computing systems possess serious several restrictions to cover confidentiality of users' data, since user-sensitive data is acceptable in unencrypted forms to remote machines and operated by third-party services providers. Types, types of cloud computing. There are three types of cloud computing: public, private, hybrid. Here, the mainly here the diagram shows easy to maintenance and easy large network access and availability and automatic system. Public cloud, it is mainly used by the users and is available to public. Therefore, whenever a type of storage is used by public, is also it comes under public cloud. For example, Google Drive comes under the type of public cloud where public uses the storage gets certain amount of storage space and they cloud access anytime and anywhere. Private cloud, it is mainly when association wants storage, it's committed storage. So the major difference between the public and private cloud is that the cloud many more users can distribute storage, but in private cloud only depend independent association by they have the devoted storage. Hybrid cloud computing. Hybrid cloud is when any association uses a private cloud, public cloud is known as hybrid cloud. For example, if one academy wants to store of its precious videos to devote storages also to would come under the private cloud, and the academy also replies to the people using the email, and it is nothing but is an example of a private cloud, a public cloud. For example, suits of a hybrid cloud. The next one, the table shows it demonstrates the list of cloud specifies challenges, and the main area concentrate on these challenges. Number one, disadvantages. Outgrowth in cloud means the process of growing out, need of security and challenges. These four concentrate on cloud computing fundamentals. The disadvantages in challenges. Challenges of cloud computing: a lack of control, that means execution, financial and solution control, or several situations of controls has to be considered in cloud. Security management, it explores different difficulties for securing data and information of the user, server unavailability and limited features, shared access control regulates. Process of growing out, that means outgrowth in the cloud. Loss of confidential data is stolen by unauthorized user, and another one insecure interface, and another one account hacking. Cloud is a growing target for cyber attackers because of valuable data. And another challenge, need of security. Security of data, board set of controls used to cover confidential data stored in the cloud, protection of network, ensuring that data confidentiality of organization, proper access control. Last one, big challenge, a cloud responsibility holistic approach, data integrity, consistency of data stored in cloud confidentiality, provide access to sensitive and protected data authorized user. Threats, cyber attacks, inside threats, legal liability and lack of support. And the architecture of cloud computing. There are three types of main services. The first one, service as a software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Where all resources are amassed and supervised physically. The platform as a service, programming as a administration arranges in the best position, in which a cloud provider also restrained client versatility by basically furnishing the programming users as a association. For example, Google provides the platform for execution of Java programming, So the user is writing the Java program but does not have the platform of the execution of the law. Software as a service, when a user does not have its own software, this is depends on the companies. And go further. Drawbacks. Risks in public cloud computing. Lack of control, security management, ownership does not, data not secured, server unavailability, data strong connection, limited features, shared access, access control, unauthorized access, user access control, regulatory compliances. There's another one, issues in security of cloud computing. The cloud computing consists of various technologies. It is ensuring that the service and structure protection. Here, the mainly pivotal point which needs to be flashed back is that the overall security of the whole cloud predicted system is equal to its weak reality. The need for security. Here, the mainly client depending on cloud computing are principally commensurate to a person depending on exposed transference because it drives one to believe over one who has to access restrictions what one can send and topics as to norms and data books would not have a critical behavior if one their own specific vehicles. Cloud security challenges. There are 5 cloud computing challenges: authorization, storage, confidentiality, obtainability, responsibility. This cloud allows insecure